from your side, like when you're returning that well, like what does it actually feel like? What feels good about the show?
Yeah, I felt like today I was returning well. But in the same time, against big servers like this, you never know because if they find the sweet spots, and the spots where they are aiming for, it makes it much more unpredictable. I felt like, especially the second serve, I was returning well, and which then gave me obviously confidence to serve also a little bit more relaxed when I was I'm serving. So it was a great performance today.
You're hitting such sharp and clean angles in your game. Is it more about executing your game plan, or is it more about reading and adapting to your opponent?
Well, it's both. But like today, we were preparing the match very well. Against certain players, you have to prepare it well, and also it's much more difficult to execute it in that way. But today it was working good, and I'm someone who looks on my side a little bit more, trying to understand what's working well because I feel like when I'm hitting the ball where I want to, it's a little bit easier for me. But of course, you have to adapt on the ball.
Your decision to bring back Umberto a year later, I'm curious, did you ever want to stop with him in the first place, or did you regret stopping with Umberto a year ago?
It was a different situation. Everything is different. I felt like in this moment I need someone who knows my body a little bit more, because yeah. But we said everything in the statement.
What do you mean by knowing your body? What does that mean? What kind of special recognition or familiarity does he have that helps with him specifically?
We worked together since 2 years before this happened. So and his work gave me a lot of benefits. We worked a lot in every department of my body with mobility and stability, and also the wind of my body was getting better. And so yeah, I feel like that he did a great job. Also Marco, I felt great, but maybe it was not the right thing. And yeah, so I felt always good with that.
Do you understand people were surprised that he got brought back?
Well, this I don't know.
Jannik, do you remember the first time you really felt the biggest confidence boost in your career? Was it when you got your first slam, or when would you pinpoint that?
When you're young, you always try to win as many things as you try, because you never know what your highest title is gonna be, or if you are gonna win on Grand Slam, if you're gonna win, Masters event, if 500 event, I don't know. So it's I always try to understand that my confidence comes from the practice sessions, and of course you need wins because without the wins you don't have the confidence. And I felt like in Toronto when the first time I won a Masters, it went slowly, the direction where I aimed for and I was looking for, So, um, but of course, when you win a Grand Slam, it gets higher and higher. So yeah.
In recent years, there's been a lot of talk about the quality of balls on the tour, and a lot of players have criticized, like, say they're not good quality, maybe they fluff up too much in some balls, and Medvedev's been like a big critic of it. Obviously, you're having a great time with the balls on tour, but do you feel there's any change at all in the last few years to the quality, or no?
Uh, it depends. It depends. I feel like that every tournament is different in any case, even if you play with the same balls at times. Sometimes they get a little bit bigger and slower. Here, for example, it's a bit different because they get small and quite fast. So it depends on where you play, but as players, we have to be good in adapting ourselves. And yeah, I think every player is different what to think. So it's quite irrelevant what I think.
Being back here a year later after everything that was going on this time last year, have you had any memories or flashbacks to what was a very strange tournament you had? Had a good win on court, but everything that was going on off court as well. during Cincinnati last year? Have you had any memories or flashbacks to it this year?
No, not really.
And just the schedule, the new schedule for this tournament with more off days in this tournament, do you feel that prepares you better for USF, or would you prefer to be playing every day?
I don't know. It's for sure the swing is getting longer. That's for sure. It's something what we still have to go used to it. But in the same time, I think it's um, it always depends on the amount of matches you play. I'm happy that I played now 4 matches or 3 matches. So I'm happy that I have a good amount before going to in a Grand Slam, which hard court, different surface again than grass and clay, and yeah, and it's good. It's good that I have a good amount of matches before Grand Slam. That's one.
What do you think changed between yesterday and today? Yesterday you played technically a worse opponent, lower ranked, and today you played theoretically you should give you more of a fight. What do you think happened between yesterday and today?
Well, we have to be careful with these questions because
No, I know.
I know, but
was it you or did they play much better?
look, it's both. Sometimes every one of us has some opponents where we struggle a little bit more. I feel like that some players, they like Manarino yesterday, lefty, keeping the ball very low, mixing up the game very much. But today I felt like that I was hitting much better the ball, faster, and it gave me a little bit more time to breathe. And so everything together, it was feelings wise, of course, better today, the match. But in the same time, yesterday was maybe a little bit momental, so it's also very positive that. So every match is different. So yeah, that's it.
Sorry,